In the U.S. Army, the Rangers are considered the best of the best, but that's not enough for these guys. They actually have a competition each year to see who is the toughest Ranger. Chris Cuomo was there to see the last man standing.
The Rangers are an elite force, and a force that we've always called on for very difficult missions.
From World War II to Vietnam to Somalia, Rangers have been some of the first to go.
Look at the Ranger Creed. I will accomplish the Ranger mission though I be the lone survivor. I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Every year, Rangers test that creed in a competition that pushes them harder and further than most of us could imagine. This is the best Ranger competition.
You will not see guys running around in Speedos and having support teams with ERG, power bars, et cetera, et cetera. They're wearing military clothing, and the only support team that they have are each other.
Two-man Ranger buddy teams come from across the military to Fort Benning, Georgia. Non-stop, over 61 hours, the events will test these soldiers on military skills ranging from parachuting, to shooting, to sit-ups.
It's not another day in the park. It is a very, very strenuous competition. And again, for 61 continuous hours, not an ordinary man can do this.
The reason they compete isn't prize money. It's pride. Even finishing is a badge of honor. Last May, 43 teams started the competition. Fox Files randomly picked 4 teams to follow. Meet Team 22.
You're sitting around one day in your bunk and you decide, you know what I want to do? I want to go exert myself for 3 days, to pure pain and mental stress. Why'd you do it?
I wanted to just come out and be among the best. It's just a personal thing. It's a personal test.
Same for you?
Just to go above and beyond, just to test myself.
Without ruining the end, there's a good chance none of our teams will finish. Over half those entering the competition will drop out, most due to injury. In fact, 2 of the men from our teams will end up in the hospital. So place your bets. Will it be Team 23?
Is it reasonable to think that you're going to get some kind of injury doing this competition?
It could happen.
Could happen.
Or Team 20?
How complete is the loyalty between Ranger buddies?
I don't think there's any greater. As far as loyalty, we're there to the end. That's what we're here for.
I don't believe there's any greater loyalty at all.
Or maybe Team 3?
Are you in the best shape that you've been in?
Close to it, yeah. I think, I'm 33 years old. There were times when I was younger that I was a little bit better shape physically. I don't know if I was as tough mentally.
The contest starts Friday at 5 a.m. with a race. None of the Rangers know how far they'll run. In fact, the events and their order aren't announced.
Officially, they don't know what the events are going to be, what order they're going to be in. They're just told to go from event to event.
The run, rumored to be 5 miles, is actually 6. The winning team finishes in just over 30 minutes. That's only 5 minutes slower than a world record, and these guys are in pants. But the extra mile takes a toll.
44.
Major Warren's legs are cramping badly, and he seems incoherent. An examination reveals his temperature is dangerously high, 107 degrees. He's sent to the hospital. For Team 3, the contest is over.
Dude, I feel good.
1 team down, 3 to go. Those left are rewarded with push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, then an obstacle course. This may look like fun. It may look like a sporting event. It may look like a game, but it isn't.
Whoa!
A point our producer learned the hard way.
Yeah, I can feel it starting to stink.
The barbed wire is real. The skills tested here are combat skills. When they're executed for real, people will die.
The results if you fail, even in an NFL game, are at the worst you may lose that game, which, is only so bad. But if we foul up somewhere along the line, we could get people killed.
This is certainly a competition, but no one here is playing games. The next event is a parachute jump. And half of Team 22 is feeling fine.
Raven 3-1, with 2 jumpers, stand by.
The rest of Friday is spent shooting. But most minds are on that Friday night's event, the Road March.
Rangers lead the way.
20-plus miles, at night in full gear. That's about 60 pounds. And there's a time limit. Don't make it, and the contest is over.
Is the march the way you expected it?
Oh, much better.
The road march proved so tough it was shortened to 17 miles. Even at that distance, almost half the teams dropped out.
Team 20 is one of those teams. During the parachute jump, Sergeant Minix suffered a muscle tear under his rib cage. Swelling is preventing him from breathing properly, and he's sent to the hospital.
Oh, the back's all tore up.
With only 10 minutes left, none of our teams have come in. And then out of the darkness come Kipling and Willis, Team 23.
We were hurting for a while, though. It's the mental breakdown factor. That's what happens.
And last but not least, Gardner and Fairfield, Team 22. 2 teams down, 2 left.
So now you go right into the next event, pretty much, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
That's the bad part about being towards the bottom of the pack is less reps.
Everyone tries to put on dry clothes and tend to some injuries.
Is there a medic around, sir?
But there's no let-up. First, a nighttime close-quarters battle drill. Teams simulate assaulting a house. And then, after 27 hours and 11 events, Saturday morning starts with the bayonet assault course.
Is the bottom line that this competition is something you can only really appreciate if you do it?
Yes.
Say so.
Yeah, definitely.
What's it like when you're actually doing it?
It's tiresome. Strenuous.
Real wild ride.
And the rest of the day would only push Team 23 further towards exhaustion. Saturday is spent testing a variety of military skills. Kipling and Willis are tired, and with that comes trouble. But they refuse to quit. It's clear this contest taxes the body, but it also taxes the mind. Because in combat, it's often emotional strength that makes the difference between life and death.
You've got to toughen your mind, then you'll toughen your body, and then you can go any place that your mind will take you. And that's what we do when we build Rangers.
Most of these men have only catnapped in the last 40 hours. And Saturday night would bring no relief. Tonight's entertainment? A complex 10-mile night navigation. All with that 60-pound pack. On Sunday morning, we learned that Team 23, Kipling and Willis, failed to finish the navigation in time and were disqualified. That leaves only Team 22, Lieutenants Ben Gardner and Tom Fairfield. They're first-time competitors, and even though there are only hours left in the competition, it's anything but downhill, because Sunday morning brings one of the most physically demanding events.
3, 2, 1, go.
Think it can't get any tougher? Wait till you see what's next.
And hang on to your love beads. It's Woodstock 99, and we've got an all-access backstage pass.
When you were a kid, did you carry a lunchbox? Who was on it? Was it Sir Isaac Newton?
And no interest for one entire year. Wednesday only at Siemens.
Resisted barbarians, overpowered savages, thwarted the uncivilized. And that was just on the drive to work. Chevy Blazer. Steel-reinforced double-wall doors, powerful Vortec engine. A little security in an insecure world. Chevy Blazer, like a rock.
10-year reign of terror.
Don't miss the Cedar Point Summer Spectacular, a laser light and sound extravaganza presented by First Energy.
This Wednesday only at Siemens Furniture. Really cool prices. Wednesday only at Siemens.
A statue cries and bleeds before our cameras, and Fox goes live to put this miracle to scientific test. Be there as experts test the blood. Is it real? Does it have DNA? And who does it belong to? Get the results live of this and other unexplained phenomena. Signs from God, tomorrow at 8 on Fox.
We're down to one team, and these poor guys are about to face their toughest challenge.
3, 2, 1, go.
The Derby Queen obstacle course.
Think about it. Who's gonna go?
26 obstacles through 1.5 miles of woods. Make no mistake.
Hey guys, there's some water up there now.
There's nothing ladylike about the Derby Queen.
Go.
Remember the Ranger Creed?
I will accomplish the Ranger mission, though I be the lone survivor.
Oh, man. Come on. Hey, no. Get up, dude. Ready, get up. Come on.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Come on. Dig deep, brother.
This is what it looks like.
Ben, give him your arms. Both arms. Pull him out. Good job.
Team 22 had a mission. Finish the course together.
Yeah. Good job, Ben.
And after a once over by the docks, Ben and Tom are off to the next event. It's called the Water Confidence Test. They think it's so easy, they even let me try it. Here's how a Ranger does it. Here's how I handled it.
There you go, looking good.
Ranger. Not Ranger. Ranger. Not Ranger. Ranger. Not Ranger.
You can watch it all day, but I'll tell you, it is so tough that I'm still scared now.
After they dry off, it's back up into the choppers for what's called a helocast. Jump into the water and swim 400 yards to shore with all your gear.
After 3 grueling days, only 20 of the original 42 teams will run in the final event, the longest 2.7 miles of these guys' lives.
Team 22 has made it, completing one of the hardest endurance races in the world. Looking back, we wondered what pushed Ben and Tom through what seemed like a breaking point.
I didn't want to let my partner down, basically. That's kind of a motivating factor.
What kinds of things you telling each other about what you were going to do when the competition was over?
He was laughing about this because I asked him in the middle of probably like
3 in the morning.
Some of our most painful moment. I was like, "You gonna be around to do this next year?" Yeah, I think he got a little upset.
Bad timing.
Yeah, he's like, "Don't ask me right now."
Think about that.
Not to editorialize, but I just got to say, U.S. Army Rangers kick ass. John?
Who's going to argue that, Chris? Thanks. Now, from war games to peace, love, and music, we're talking Woodstock. Kid Hoover went there this weekend and wound up bringing a hippie from the first one.